Please stop. Thank you. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, or welcome to my YouTube channel if you are new here. Please subscribe, that would mean a lot. You can follow me on my crazy journey of life. So if you don't know who I am, my name is Brittany. I'm 20 years old, and on the 22nd of November 2019 I got diagnosed with Hodgkin's lymphoma. Now if you don't know what that is, here you go. So Hodgkin's lymphoma is a type of blood cancer. I've got a fun fact. Only 9,000 people in the world get diagnosed with Hodgkin's lymphoma in a year. So that's not a lot, it's quite rare, but it's really treatable. It's the best of a bad bunch. I mean, probably not, but yeah. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is my symptoms. I had a lot of symptoms and didn't really put them all together until after I got diagnosed. So I had really itchy legs, like to the point where I was making myself bleed. I have acrylic nails. Obviously they're really short at the moment because isolation life, lockdown life, can't get my nails done, so I have to do it myself. But I had quite long acrylics and I was like snapping them off because I was like scratching at my legs so bad they were bleeding. I have scars all over my legs now. Hopefully they'll go. What can you do? Weight loss, I had like quite bad weight loss, actually bad weight loss. I started losing a lot of weight, but I thought it was because I started dancing again. Yeah, I had that. Oh, this is the weirdest one. Every time I'd have alcohol, my throat would swell up, like it felt like my throat was closing. Apparently that's a symptom as well. And then tiredness. I wouldn't say I was quite tired, not gonna lie, but I didn't notice it at the time. Like I'd do something and then like lay down and be like, oh my god, I'm exhausted. Little did I know that I was about to get 10 times more exhausted from the chemo, but whatever. So the treatment I'm on, I finished my chemo. I had 4 rounds of ABVD, which is the little cocktail of drugs I had. Each letter is a different drug, but I'm not even going to try and name them because I have no idea how to pronounce them. And then I'm about to start radio. Because of where my cancer was, basically I had 3, I don't even know what to call them, we'll call them little lumps. 3 little lumps in my neck and then 1 behind my breastbone. Because of that 1 behind my breastbone, I'm having to have radiotherapy. I'm actually having a phone consultation with my doctor tomorrow about that. So hopefully we'll get the ball rolling on when my radio starts. It's obviously been put back because of coronavirus. Obviously I can't risk being in hospital and getting worse. Side effects from chemo. I think the nausea and sickness was the worst side effect for me. I hate being sick. I don't know who enjoys being sick, but I actually hate being sick. Like, I hate it. So it was almost like I had a fear of being sick. So every time I was sick, I'd like freak myself out that I'm gonna be sick. But yeah, if that makes sense. And chemo association. Now, I didn't think that I would have this. I was like, my body doesn't work like that. Basically, if you're going through chemo or about to start chemo, do not eat anything that you like. Anything that you like whilst having chemo. Because you will hate it and it will make you feel physically sick. So my first round of chemo, I had a Quaker's porridge to go bar, so like a little granola bar. Now the thought of eating one of them or having porridge or granola or anything along them lines makes me feel sick. Like I had a packet of the porridge to go bars in my cupboard, and every time I looked at it, it used to make me gag, so I had to put them in the bin. I can't think of it. Oh, I had a Costa panini. If you are a Costa stan, you will know this panini. The mozzarella, tomato and pesto panini. The mix of mozzarella, tomato and pesto makes me gag. I cannot eat it. I had a pizza the other day with mozzarella, obviously tomato base, and it had pesto on it, and I couldn't eat it because it reminds you of when you're having chemo. So do not eat anything that you like, and if you do eat anything in the hospital, be prepared to hate it, because you will, even if you think your brain's strong and that you are a food stan. Yeah. How did I find out that I got diagnosed with cancer? I was in the hospital for a week being prodded and examined, and thank God I was, because it really like made my process a lot quicker. Basically they found out from doing a biopsy, is most of the time how they find out about cancer. So my biopsy was quite intense. I had to do 7 samples from my neck. A biopsy is basically like they're hole punching your tissues in your neck, well, anywhere that they need to take the biopsy from. So it's like a big gun, and it takes a little sample. Yeah, I had it 7 times. I mean, it's under local anaesthetic, so they do numb it, but it's still not fun. But I mean, a little prod in the neck to find out if you have cancer or not is kind of worth it, I think. I don't know. But yeah, it's not that bad, to be fair. It just hurts. But they numb it, so it's not too bad. How did you find losing your hair? So basically, before you start chemo, you will have a consultation with a nurse to basically talk you through your side effects and stuff like that. And I basically got told before I started my chemo, like the hour before, you will lose your hair. There's no chance of trying to save it, because you can use like cold caps. It was gonna fall out. No matter what I did, my hair was gonna fall out. So for me, being told that made it easier, because there wasn't the like and ah whether I was gonna lose it or not. I knew I was gonna lose it, but I took matters into my own hands and shaved it off myself before it got really bad. So I shaved my hair. I got diagnosed end of November, and I shaved my hair on New Year's Day, January, obviously 1st of January 2020. My hair is growing back. It's probably like a centimetre long, but it's thick and it's a lot darker than it was before. So people always talk about chemo like changing your hair. Mine's not long enough to know whether it's changed like texture yet, but sometimes it comes back curly. This aeroplane. Excuse me, I'm trying to tell them about my hair. We'll just wait for that to pass. Yeah, my hair's not long enough to see whether it's curly or not yet, but most people's hair changes colour and changes texture when their hair grows back. Can't really help how it comes back. I used to have red hair before it all fell out, so I really enjoyed experimenting with my hair colours because it's fun. I mean, I have been wearing a brown wig in every single video, but if you follow me on Instagram, which I'll link down below, you'll be able to see all my different hair colours, and they're really fun. So yes! Who shaved your head? My boyfriend. I never thought at the age of 20 my boyfriend would be shaving my head, but here we are. He did it in the bathroom. Most annoying thing people say. I think it's like people always have a friend of a friend, or people always know someone that has had cancer and they tell you what you should eat, what you shouldn't eat. Now, whilst you're on chemo, anything you can eat, even if it's like a bowl of jelly, literally anything you can eat it. Because you don't know when you're next going to be hungry again, because it messes up your eating big time. Now, I was quite lucky that I didn't lose my appetite, I gained an appetite. I could not stop eating. Like, don't get me wrong, there were a few days where I didn't eat, but the days where I did eat made up for it. So yeah, just eat when you can, what you can. Don't listen to, obviously you can't eat things that are going to make you ill, like there's a list of things like raw fish. Obviously your meat has to be thoroughly cooked. Be really careful with cooking. Don't use anything past its sell by like dates on the packaging. Things that like harvest bacteria, like natural yogurts, blue cheese. There's quite a few things that you can't eat, but obviously if you're going through chemo, then you will be told about this. It's not like a secret, you'd have to figure it out yourself. But just eat what you can, because eating a chocolate bar, if you can, will make you feel better than not eating at all. Do you know what I mean? I announced having cancer on my Instagram because I have a lot of people on Facebook that I don't really speak to or know that well. So I had a lot of people asking me, oh, are you alright now? You've got out of hospital? Because a lot of people knew I was in hospital, so I was in there for over a week before I got diagnosed. So a lot of people were like, oh, you better now? And I know it wasn't their fault and they didn't know, but explaining 500 times to people that you have cancer, it doesn't get easier every time you say it. Yeah. Just, yeah, that's kind of it. Just people being overly nice as well. Like, you know who your real friends are, let's just say that. So you know when people are just messaging you because they don't know what else to say or don't want to look rude. But yeah, you know who your real friends are when things like this happen. But what can you do? My boyfriend was the only one in the room with me when the doctor told me that I had cancer. I don't know whether I would have preferred to have my parents there or not, because obviously it's a lot to take in and it's like emotional. It's obviously a shock. This is one thing that you have to like appreciate. People cope with things very, very differently. So some people are criers. You will get that a lot when you tell people. Some people will cry. Be aware. Some people just don't know how to react and don't say anything. Some people like laugh it off because it's like a coping mechanism. So yeah, you will find that a lot of people react very differently to you telling them that you have cancer. But what can you do? You just gotta like embrace it. I feel like a lot of people are like, your positivity is just ridiculous. I don't really know where that's come from, because I mean, I would say I'm a positive person. I am definitely positive Polly over here. I'm just not one for, what's the word? Like where people, I'm not one to like ask people, oh, you're okay? Like, oh my God, I feel so bad for you. Like, I don't want pity. I don't want people to feel sorry for me. Like, yeah, it's happened. I'm gonna get over it. Watch me. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah. But I don't know how you've stumbled across this video. You might be my friend or family. If you are, hi. You might not know me at all and have just stumbled across this video. Or you might be going through chemo, just been diagnosed, have Hodgkin's lymphoma, know someone that's got Hodgkin's lymphoma. But I hope this can help. I hope answering some of these questions honestly makes you feel a bit better. Yeah, it's pretty crap, but you will get through it if you are going through it. It won't last forever. The sickness goes away. but a little bit of sickness and a bald head to have a healthy life isn't too bad. But yeah, I've been asked to speak about my chemo. So most hospitals have like a chemo centre or like a treatment room. So you will get shown around. It's kind of crazy. My first time kind of like threw me back a little bit because you see so many people through different times of their chemo. So there's some people that are bald, some people that have a full head of hair, some people with a cold cap, really old people. I think I was the youngest in my hospital clinic because I'm 20. So if I was any younger, I would have had to go to the nearest hospital to me, which has like a children's centre. My hospital doesn't have a children's centre, so I'm lucky that I'm 20, so I'm able to basically be with the adults. I'm with the adults. So that was weird. My doctor just rang me about starting my radiotherapy whilst I was talking about starting my radiotherapy. Strange. I hope answering some of these questions has helped you out and made you less stressed. I haven't made this video to stress people out. I've made this video to help, and I hope that answering these questions honestly has helped you. That iPad is really getting on my nerves. So I hope that you stay safe. I hope that if you are going through treatment that you recover really well, and if you're my friends and family, hey, I hope this has answered some of your questions that you might want to ask. I don't know. I hope you stay safe. Love you lots. If you can subscribe and like the video, that would be great.